This episode is entitled Success, and the reason why I'm entitled this episode Success is because of the recent ridiculing and downplaying of Kwame Brown, of what he achieved and accomplished in life. First of all, let's make this plain and simple. How can you ridicule or talk bad about someone who made $65 million in their career? If that's being a bust, please let me be a bust at life. This man accomplished something that only like 5% of the population and on the world can do. Get drafted to the NBA professional basketball team. Not only was he drafted, he was drafted number 1. And I heard people say he's a bust because he didn't have a good stellar career. He didn't average 20 points and 10 rebounds. He didn't win all the accolades, such as MVP, championship. He didn't win championships. He won a championship, but he didn't win championships. He didn't make All-Star games. He didn't win All-Star MVPs. He didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. He didn't win none of them accolades. But what he did do, that was more important than any and all of that, this man was able to change the lives of his family. He was able to provide unlimited wealth. He was able to move his mother to a better place and buy her a house. The reason why I'm speaking upon this topic is because it seems to me we don't seem to have black unity. We so quick to talk down about each other and downplay one another's accomplishments and achievements in life instead of uplifting and seeing that where we come from, be able to provide that kind of wealth, that kind of living and money for your family, is a success. Who cares about you didn't win all the accolades and all that? That would have been nice. That would have been good. But you didn't win it, And here's the thing, I'm not into bickering or beefing with other brothers. But I'm going to say this. Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, you were wrong. And I don't want no beef with y'all brothers. I actually like your podcast, All the Smoke. Please check that out. It's a good podcast. But in this case, brothers, you was wrong. You made light in front of the man and ridiculed the man and joke on the man's name. And this man has endured this joking on his name and downplaying on his name since he was 17, 18 years old. And he never responded. He never got upset. He was quiet. He basically was a quiet player. You didn't hear his name in no off the court scandals or nothing. He did his job, went home and kept his mouth shut. And I understand it. At some point in time, you get tired of being the butt of someone's joke. You get tired of people throwing rocks at you. Sometimes you got to throw them back. In this case, I support it. Because this man was minding his business, doing his thing, raising his family. And y'all took it upon yourselves to make a joke about it. It wasn't a joke that was bad. It was the doubling down afterwards. Instead of saying, okay, I'm sorry that it bothered you, we was just joking, we don't mean no harm. You guys went to offer the man to fight and talking more about his career and still downing the man. Brothers, you handled it totally wrong. And maybe in the future, you can learn from this and you'll learn how to handle that situation better. Because everybody don't have thick skin. Everybody can't take a joke. And I'm going to say this. That man been taking this joke over 20-something years. At some point, you get tired of it. So you can't say that, oh, well, you can't take a joke. Oh, you need thick skin. Oh, we was just joking, this, that, and the third. It shouldn't bother you like that. This man been hearing this stuff on his name for 20-something years. 20-something years. This man been hearing this for 20 years. At some point, you would think that y'all would move on and find something else to discuss. This man has been the butt of people's jokes. He's been downplayed and ridiculed and making fun of for years. And at some point you get tired of it. I can't blame him for speaking up for himself, for speaking up on his name, speaking up for his name, his family, even his career. Although it wasn't great, he was able to play professional basketball, earn a decent living, and provide for his family. And that's all we ever want to do, period. God gave him a talent. He utilized it to the best of his ability. And he got paid for it. The same that you did Matt Barnes, the same that you did Steven Jackson. I can't speak on your basketball career, his basketball career, nobody's basketball career. I wasn't fortunate enough to play any professional sport. I know how much dedication, hard work, and commitment that it takes. And you guys should know. You just don't get picked up off the street and last 12 years in the NBA for being a bum. You may not be the best of the best. You may not be a King Olajuwon, Michael Jordan. These guys are greats. But you was able to stick in for 12 years. And you guys know, more than anyone, how much sweat, tears, and dedication it takes to last that long in the NBA. Now let me get to Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne, you got personal with the man when you threw his family into it. Or his father this, his brother's that, which had nothing to do with Kwame. Nothing to do with his career, nothing. got indignant when you threw the man family into it. And now they saying, oh, Kwame's crazy. He's crazy. Why is he acting like this? You wouldn't react like that if someone attacks your family and puts your family into something? I mean, tell me. Let's be honest with each other. You put the man's family history on the internet for the world to see. And you think this man wouldn't be upset about that? Then it took you a week to realize you was wrong. But did you believe you was wrong because he got on you and your past problems that you had in your past? So once he started revealing your problems that you had in your past, then you send a cease and desist letter for him. Then you say, oh, I'm apologize, but you still mention his father name. You had no right and no business putting that man's family history out there for the world to see and view. At least the other guys, they kept it to his career and they didn't go personal. Which I'm not saying that's right. But at least they didn't go personal with the man. You shot a man. You went personal. As much as you don't like nobody to talk about your past and allegations against you, none of these allegations are things that you said happened. Nothing to do with Kwame. It was his father and his brother. Granted, we're given family, we can't choose them. And we can't be responsible for what our family members does. You know that. So it's irresponsible and disrespectful for you to put that man's family history out there. But I'm going to give you credit because you did have the decency to come out and apologize and say I'm wrong. What we gotta have is more brothers talking to each other and not talking down to each other and not putting each other down. Because in the end, Charlemagne, you're a successful black man. Kwame Brown, you're a successful black man. Matt Barnes, you're a successful black man. Stephen Jackson, you're a successful black man. Stephen A. Smith, you're a successful black man. And we need successful black men to be the role models of the youth. And to show the youth there's more to life than prison and guns and gangs and violence. So let's not talk down and bad about one another. Let's uplift and uphold one another. And I'm saying these guys is wrong. That's my opinion. I think they was wrong, they went about it wrong. But it's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned for all of us. Charlemagne, you learn not to discuss nobody's personal family history. Stephen Jackson and Matt Barnes, you learn everybody can't take a joke. Now let me go to Stephen A. Smith. I think it's disgusting for you to be a successful black man, to have a mic and a platform. And what you choose to do with this mic and this platform is to downgrade, ridicule, and disrespect someone has been a model citizen. I've never heard of Kwame Brown getting in any trouble. None. So what his career was a stellar. Because like I said, $65 million for 12 years worth of work? God, I wish I was a bust, trust me. But you get up there, instead of apologizing to the man, you fired back about his career. Forget his career. Because he's more than just a basketball career. The basketball career is over. This man's still doing what he's doing, still raising his family. You is usually the person that I feel the most disappointed in this whole thing. Unlike Charlamagne, you didn't have the decency to come back and apologize to this man. And say, for years I've been riding you. For years I've been talking about your careers. For years I disrespected you. And why is you still commenting, talking about this man's career? He retired. This man don't play no more. But this is why we don't have black unity. I don't see none of the white reporters tearing down none of the white players' careers that wasn't stellar. I don't see it. I don't see the guy for No Jumper podcast tearing down a white basketball player career that wasn't stellar. It's only us that's doing it to each other. Why? Why are we coming to each other and speaking ill and bad about each other? And in this case, I support and I back Kwame Brown 110%. You know why? Because Kwame's been quiet. Kwame's been peaceful. But at some point you get tired of people picking on you and making fun of you and using your name in vain and using you as the butt of a joke. And now, as he said, y'all gonna get some of this mama's cooking. Because y'all took it there, y'all kept picking and prying. This from everyone. Jamel Hill, Stephen A. Smith, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Charlamagne the God. People just coming out the woodwork, coming attacking this man for what? What did he ever do to any one of you people? Nothing. All this man does is mind his business and go about his business. You were wrong. All of you. Let's start uplifting one another. And stop the bickering, the beefing, and hating on one another. Because it's all entertainment for them. It's all entertainment for them. When have you seen a white sports broadcaster constantly downplay and ride a white player? their career that wasn't so stellar. I'll wait. Please name them for me. When have you seen a white podcaster degrade, study ride a white player, their career that wasn't popular? I'll wait. We the only ones to do it. We do it to ourselves. It's self-hate. It's divide and conquer. We so busy bickering and beefing with ourselves that we can't see who the real enemy is. I wish all you guys nothing but the best. Because like I said, all you guys are successful black men. And even with y'all flaws in some areas, I respect all of y'all. And I look up to all of y'all. And I hope to someday be in half the places where y'all are. But in this case, stop it. You guys gotta stop backbiting each other. I was told a long time ago, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. If you ain't had nothing nice to say about this gentleman, why say it? He was right. Kwame, so only thing the woman was trying to do was talk about a trade that she made and I was involved in it. And y'all charmed in with a joke. Why? 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 Especially against someone that's out the way and out the picture. Kwame was nowhere in the picture. He was minding his business, doing his thing. Now y'all gotta get some of his mama's cooking. Y'all done woke him up now. Now he can give y'all some of his mama's cooking. And you're cooking up something good now. Stephen A., you owe this man an apology. As a black man and as a man. You've been riding this man longer than anyone. You've made a career out of disrespecting and talking bad about this young man. And for what? Well, that's part of your salary? To downgrade and talk bad about black people? Is it? I don't see no one, no other broadcaster on your network speak as bad about Kwame Brown as you. White or black. What you obsessed with the man? What's going on? Anyway, you owe this man an apology. Just a simple apology. Now, if he accepted or not, that's up to him. But at least you gave it. At least you seen the force of your ways. I suggest y'all leave him alone for y'all get some of that mama's cooking. So leave him alone. Apologize to him. And stop fighting black people. Stop doing it. Let's uplift. Let's talk positive. Let's see the positive. And this man elevated himself and his family to a status that some of us will never get to. How he changed nothing into something. Nothing too. They say it's a bust, his career is a bust. Let me ask you a question. Why don't know anybody ever get on Michael Jordan for picking the number one? Michael Jordan had several players that was more seasoned, that was in college, went through college. Shane Battier is one that come to mind from back then. He could have easily picked him. Nobody get down on Michael Jordan for picking him, but everybody down him. He didn't ask to get picked number one. He had a dream to make the NBA, to make his family life better. And that's what he did. Going number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 58 was good to him. I'm sure it was. Just to make the NBA. But nobody says nothing about Michael Jordan picking him. And not only that, Michael Jordan's a hell of a basketball player, probably the third best player to ever live. Ever. But he don't have a good track record at picking talent. Look at his track record with the Charlotte Hornets. Look at his track record. But nobody says nothing about that. But you want to study clown and make jokes and pick and belittle this man. When he accomplished something that less than 5% of the population on this earth will ever do. And y'all don't see that as being amazing? Maybe y'all need some glasses. Because that right there to me is amazing. You know how many players want to make the NBA? You know how many players playing college basketball, playing all across the world, AAU, that never get that shot, never get that chance. He got it. And he ran with it for 12 years and made over $65 million to help his family get in a better place. Now you make fun and belittle of that. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. This has been my opinion. Episode 6. Success.